Good afternoon and welcome to another video. Today is Wednesday 27th of July 2016, and in today's video I'm going to look ahead and preview the Leeds Rumble boxing card, which is going to take place on Saturday the 30th of July 2016, presented by Matchroom Boxing from the First Direct Arena in Leeds, and the event is going to be covered by Sky Sports. Now there's 14 fights on the card at Leeds, which is going to be headlined by Leeds' own Josh Warrington, who has defended his WBC International Featherweight belt against Patrick Hyland. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole 14 fights in this video, fight by fight, but the opening 8 fights, I'm going to say who I think is going to win, and then in the last 6 fights, in which I've probably got the TV fights, I'm going to talk about in more detail, because a lot of the earlier fights are just warm-up fights or preparation fights for other fights, but I'm going to just focus on the 6 television fights which should be on the TV. Now, starting from the start, Felix Cash is the first person to take place, and I think that he will beat Sonny Whiting and make it 2 wins from 2 fights so far in his professional career. It's then followed up by Jake Paul. I expect him to make it 6-0 with an easy win over Christoph Golek. Now the next fight is Connor Seymour. I expect him to pick up a win against Liam Williams, who has 4 wins, 64 losses and 1 draw. But Connor needs to be careful in this fight, because in his 6 professional fights so far in his career, he has 4 wins and 2 draws. So he has come unstuck a couple of times. He can't come unstuck for a third time and pick up a draw or a loss, or you really have to go backwards in his professional career. He can't do that. I think that Reese Mould will beat Russ Midgley. This is a learning fight. It's only Reese's second professional fight, and Russ has only picked up 1 win from 13 fights. He has 10 losses and 2 draws as well to his career. So I think that Reese will pick up the win there. The next fight sees Scott Fitzgerald. I expect him to win with a knockout win over his opponent. His 3 previous opponents have all been knocked out so far, but Daryl Sharp is a point specialist. All his fights have went the distance so far. He has 3 wins and 8 losses, but they've all been on points. But I expect Scott to make a difference, and although it's just a 4-round contest, I expect him to knock out Daryl Sharp in this contest. So I'm going for Scott Fitzgerald to win this contest. The next fight sees the local lad Darren Tetley to beat Ryan Hardy. Now, Darren's got a perfect record so far. He's 11-0 so far. I expect to make it 12-0 against Ryan Hardy, who's won 8 times and lost 10 times so far professionally. I expect him to get the job done over Ryan Hardy in this contest. The next fight, expect to see the man from Team Southland get the job done. Vincent Freisberg is looking to bounce back. He had a shot at a couple of belts, and the last time out he lost, so a couple of times ago. So he'll be looking to bounce back and get his 22nd win of his career in this 6-round contest. So expect him to do that and get a win in this, a much needed one, and build his confidence back up. Now I also expect wins for Frankie Gavin and Sam Eggington, who are fighting before they go on both they go on holiday for their summer holidays. So now we're going to talk about the 6 fights which are probably going to take place on TV. The first fight we're going to talk about sees Dillian Whyte take on Dave Allen. Now, the British Boxing Board of Control refused to make this for the British title. Instead, they're going to fight for the WBC International Heavyweight belt, which will give both boxers and the winning boxer a ranking in the WBC between 5 and 15 in their rankings. Now, Dillian's only fought once since he was knocked out by Anthony Joshua in December 2015, and he won with a 6-round stoppage in his last fight last month, which was just a keep active fight and really get him confidence back up in the ring. And he takes on Dave Allen, who hasn't been very active in recent times either. He's only fought once this year, which is almost a joke fight with Jason Gavin. It was a farcical fight which took place, but Dave, I'll put that behind him. He got the win on the belt, and he'll put that fight long behind him, because Jason Gavin was an absolute joke in that fight. Now, it was, as I said before, it was Jason that tried to spoil that fight. Both boxers are about the same height in this contest, Both will need to make a statement because Dave Allen wants to show that he is a top class boxer, and Dillian Whyte wants to show that his loss to Anthony Joshua isn't going to pursue the downward spiral in his career. It's a 10-round contest, and personally, I think that Dillian Whyte will win this fight on points. The next contest I'm going to talk about is Ryan Burnett versus Cesar Ramirez, the WBC International Bantamweight belt. Again, this is going to be a 10 rounder. This is his first defence, Ryan, after winning it on the undercard of Frampton versus Quigg in Manchester in February this year. The Belfast boxer has won on points in his last 2 occasions, and the 28-year-old Cesar Ramirez is someone who looking. It confuses me with his record, really does confuse me, and his management really do confuse me of who he has been put in with. He has 12 wins and 2 losses, but I don't feel that his 2 losses are his fault. I think that's his management's fault for mismatching him. In his 3rd professional fight, he fought a boxer with 16 wins, 2 draws, and no losses. That's madness to put someone in with such a great record so early on in their professional career. It should be learning fights, and it should be trying to get to the next level. Then he was put in a box. He had a few learning fights which he won, and then he was put in with someone at 8-0. That was a 50-50 fight. He could have won that fight. He could have easily lost that fight. He did lose that fight in points. What do I think is going to happen in this contest? I think that we'll see Ryan win this contest on a wide point decision. If he doesn't, I think he might get a late stoppage in this contest over Cesar. The next contest we're going to discuss sees Jamal Yafai take on Josh Warrington. This is a 12-round contest for the Commonwealth Super Bantamweight title. Now, Jamal is from a well-known boxing family. He's got his brother Cal Yafai, and this is Jamal fighting. This is his 3rd fight at this belt, a 2nd defence, and Jamal's 24 years old and he has 9 wins and no losses, but he's not fought since March, so he's had 4 months off just to rest and recuperate and really have a good training camp into this fight. And he takes on Josh Warrington. Now, if you look at his record, you might think he has a poor record, but some of his losses have been to the best at this weight division in this country. He's fought against Kid Galahad, Stuart Hall, Gavin McDonald twice, and he also picked up a draw against Gavin McDonald, so that's a very good performance by Josh Warrington. What do I think is going to happen in this contest? My prediction is I think that Jamal will win this. I think it'll be too good for Josh, and I expect this to be by points because only 2 of Josh's 8 losses in his career have been through knockout, so he generally gets beat on points, and I think Jamal Yafai will beat him on points in this contest. The next contest we're going to talk about is Tyrone Nurse versus Tommy Coyle, which is a 12-round contest for the British Super Lightweight Championship. This should be a very good contest, and I think this could be the fight of the night. Both boxers are very exciting. They're both coming the front foot boxers who want to make a great show and really want to sell tickets and really promote themselves on Sky Sports. Now, Tyrone's only 26, but he's been 36 professional fights so far. He's won 33 times, he's had 1 draw, and he's had 2 losses. His last loss was in October 2014, and his last draw was last year in July 2015. Every time you think you watch Tyrone Nurse, you think that he's an extra gear, but every time you think he gets put in with a better opponent, he falls up a little bit short. Tommy Coyle will be hoping that his loss against fellow Hull boxer Luke Campbell won't get his confidence down too much. He's an aggressive boxer on the front foot as we've seen before, especially his performance against Michael Katsidis in October 2014. I can't believe it was so long ago that he beat Michael. I think in this contest we'll see a mid to late stoppage for Tommy Coyle because I think he'll be the real aggressive boxer. I think there's a weakness in Tyrone Nurse when the fight goes beyond 6 rounds. I think that we see a weakness, and I think that Tommy Coyle will bounce on that, and I think that Tommy Coyle will win this with a mid to late stoppage in this contest. The next contest and the penultimate contest we're going to talk about sees Luke Campbell take on Arjen Mendez. It's a 12-rounder for the WBC Silver Lightweight belt. Now I'm still shocked that Luke Campbell lost to Ivan Mendy in his first defence of this belt back in December 2015, but he did bounce back with a good win in March, and he's another good performance to show that he can push up to the next level because it's not just this level, can beat at, but it's the next level as well. Now he takes on Arjunas. Now Arjunas is coming off a loss. In fact, he's lost twice in his last 4 fights, but it's been with very, very good fighters. He's lost to Ramirez Barnathley, who has a 19-0 record, and he lost to Robert East Jr., who has a 16-0 record. Now he's moved up in weights from bantamweight to now lightweight, and that difference has really shown up. He did lose this last contest at this weight, but he did hold a world title at a lower weight class in the IBF. I think that Luke Campbell put in a real display and a real show of character in this contest, and I think he'll win by a wide points margin in this contest over Arjunas Mendez. The last fight we're going to talk about and the main headline show is Josh Warrington versus Patrick Hyland, which is a 12-rounder for the WBC International Featherweight belt. And this is Josh's third defence of this title after winning a vacant title. So he's fought for this belt 3 times before, but this is his third defence. He won it back in April 2015. Now, this is a tough test against Patrick Hyland, who was a very tough task on paper for Josh Warrington. Now, Josh Warrington will have to go up the levels in this fight compared to the fights before. He's getting harder and harder opponent each time, and that's only good for someone like Josh Warrington's development. He is developing as a great fighter these days. His last 3 wins, Josh, have all been via points, and they've all went to the judges' scorecard, but they've all been unanimous decisions to Josh Warrington. His opponent, Patrick, this could be his last shot at the big time. He has a record of 21 wins and 2 losses. His losses have both been when he fought for the world title fights. In June 2011, he lost on points, and in his last fight, he lost to Gary Russell Jr. in 2016 in April by knockout. Now, the Irishman isn't getting any younger, and at 32 years old, if he doesn't win this fight, I think he might retire, because I don't think he'll have the stomach to come back again and go back up to the top, having dropped down, losing a WBC International belt. Now, what do I think is going to happen in this contest? I think that Josh is on the up and will have full confidence behind him, taking on Patrick, who will be down, a little bit down in this contest. I expect Josh to take advantage of this, and I expect Josh to win this contest by a wide points decision. So with that, that's the end of this video. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. If you want to leave any feedback on this video, you can do so via my YouTube comment section, or via my Twitter, or via any other way you can get contact with me. You can do that. And until tomorrow when I preview another video, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, I will see you then. Goodbye.